Rochelle at the Athlete Center. This video is going to go over a lateral hinge. So this is a helpful exercise to load the outside of our hip. So if you don't know how to do a hinge, I suggest visiting our hip hinge video or our Romanian deadlift video or our deadlift video. But a hinge is an exercise where we're bending forward from the hip. So we're going to keep a nice tall spine. We're going to keep our rib cage and our pelvis sort of stacked in line. We're going to try not to have them flare or bend on each other. So a nice stack here. And a hinge is where I keep high hips, knees unlocked, and send my hips back. So that's going to load our posterior hip muscles. If we want to target one side, then we're going to hinge to one side. So you can start in a wide stance, or you can step out into a wide stance. But basically what it's going to look like is a hinge only on one leg. So if you cut me in half, this half of me is still going to look like this hinge exercise. This leg is just going to stay straight and not moving. So from the front, it would look like that. From the side, it's going to look like that. Now you might notice you feel a bit of a stretch on that straight leg, and that's okay. You can use this as a mobility exercise. As I hinge to my right side, the angle that my foot is on is going to change where I feel that stretch. So you could use this as a stretch, but if I really think about driving off this leg and pushing the ground away from me in that direction, that's going to target and load this hip. So whether I'm stepping or whether I'm not, I'm going to work on keeping the hips high and just a soft bend in the knee. So I'm not letting my knee go way forward over my toe. That's going to make it more squatty. So if we want to make that a little bit harder, we can add a load. So we can have it here, and as I go one direction, that load is going to stay centered with my body. So we're going to be careful not to try and twist it over there. The weight that I'm using, or the load, is going to stay centered with my sternum, and then I'm going to send my hips back and come up. So that is a lateral hinge, keeping my hips high and pushing my hips back.